All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III here with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. Today we're talking education. I want to talk to you about sales. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what most people think when you hear the word sales or selling. Most people don't like it. The bottom line is that we've either felt the pressure of being sold, or the idea of selling someone on something is not something that we like to do. But what I'd like to explain to you and really have you sort of think about is that no matter what you're doing, and I don't just mean in your business, but in your life, if you don't adopt and accept and learn how to become a great salesperson or communicator, you're going to struggle with success. Because at the end of the day, sales is nothing more than the art of persuasion and communication. And I think what you've got to do is you've got to learn how to become a great salesperson. Now, most people try to think of the skills and techniques and closing and things that you would do as a salesperson. But what I would argue is that when you become passionate about the products that you have, and when you become sold behind the purpose of what you're trying to do, then you will desire to persuade people to your product, your idea, your thoughts, your direction, your passion, your interest. And so I want you to take a different perspective on sales, and I want you to think about sales under the assumption that you do have something that you're passionate about. Otherwise, sales just becomes the art of manipulation. And I don't think that that's what any of us want, but I also think that you will have a much more successful business and focus if you find the products that you believe in and that you truly believe people need to have in their life to make their life better. And so when you have a product or service that fills a need and that helps create results for people, you're going to be very passionate about it. So I want to share with you today, if we have enough time, I want to share with you actually a favorite book of mine, Be a Sales Superstar by Brain Tracy. I was looking at this the other day because back in 2002, actually, I had, and for many years after, I've had Brain Tracy speak for us. And, this book that he had kind of signed for me, I go back to every once in a while. And it's 21 great ways to sell more, faster, easier in tough markets. And I thought, man, what a great title right now, because I'm sure many of you want to be able to sell more, faster, easier, and in tough markets. And so what I'm going to do, there's 21 ideas on how to become a more effective, better, more result salesperson, okay? And I'm going to buzz through these for you because I want to basically save you some time, give you the highlights, and go through these because these are all tips and strategies, and I think Brain Tracy's a master at this. I mean, he's trained over a half a million people on sales techniques and strategies, 20 languages, 38 countries. I mean, this guy is by far one of the best professionals when it comes to sales and communication. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. So let me buzz through these 21 great ideas on how to sell more, faster, and easier in tough markets. The first one is, and these are basically 21 ideas you can adopt to become this better salesperson or this better communicator. The first one is commit to excellence. Make a decision today to become one of the very best salesperson in your field. Keep going until you achieve your goal. So you've got to commit to excellence. You have to take this idea and know that you're going to run with it to be a better salesperson. Second, act as if it were impossible to fail. I like this, especially in life. Do things you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Sorry, I was kind of slow on that one. Do the thing you fear, because if you act as if it were impossible to fail, and so you just do the stuff you fear, you're going to overcome most of the challenges that you have, especially in sales, because most people fear picking up the phone, giving that sales pitch, contacting that customer. So just do it as if you were guaranteed not to fail. Now, number 3, put your whole heart into selling. Make 100% total commitment to your profession of selling. And I think that's a key. When you have a profession, whether it's your primary objective or not, when you make a wholehearted attempt at whatever you do, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? You're going to be more successful. Number 4, position yourself as a real professional. See yourself as a consultant, an advisor, a valuable resource. When you believe in the product that you have, you're going to believe in the results it's going to create for people. Number 5, Prepare thoroughly for every call. Preparation, in my mind, is the absolutely most important ingredient in sales because it increases your confidence, it increases your ability to communicate, and your results. Let's see here. Number 6, dedicate yourself to continuous learning. Learning the skill and trade of sales and communication and persuasion is something you should specifically spend time on because that right there is going to help you to be a more effective professional. Number 7, accept complete responsibility for results. See yourself as the president of your own personal sales corporation, completely in charge of your own life and sales activity. Instead of making excuses, focus on making progress in your sales work. And I think taking responsibility for doing the activity of sales is one of the best ways to create results as well. Number 8, become brilliant on the basics. Learn and practice the fundamentals of sales process. These are things like the introduction, the blast, the probe and qualify, the sales presentation, the trial, close, and the close. And I say that, we could probably cover that in a different call, but different episode. But at the end of the day, understand there is a process to sales. And that if you don't understand and qualify your prospect and capture their attention initially, qualify them, and then present, you could be just giving a presentation to somebody that doesn't actually need or want your product. So that's really important. Number 9, build long-term relationships. When you create relationships in sales, you will be more effective. People buy from people they like. Okay. Number 10, be a financial improvement specialist. Look for ways to demonstrate to your prospect that your product or service has a definite return on investment. That is a key. Don't be an expense for people. Be a return on investment for them. That's so huge. Number 11, use education selling with every customer. I do love this, especially now, because most consumers are becoming more educated. So the more you educate, the more you give information, the more value you give, the better you're going to sell. Number 12, build mega credibility with every prospect. Everything counts. Be sure that you look the part of a believable and trustworthy sales professional. Use testimonials, use credibility. Those are all very, very important to validate any type of product that you're trying to sell. Number 13, handle objections effectively. Learn how to resolve customer concerns, and I'm going to add in advance of getting the concerns. When you know how to respond to an objection, you're going to be more confident and you're going to be more productive. If you don't practice and understand the reasons why someone wouldn't buy your product, it's going to be extremely hard for you to sell your product. Number 14, deal with price professionally. Be proud of your product and your pricing. Don't apologize if you have a higher price. And that confidence is going to come through, and that confidence is going to help your customer, professional partner, affiliate, whoever it is, be more comfortable buying and purchasing your product and doing business with you overall. Number 15, know how to close the sale. Learn proven sales closing techniques. There are techniques. When you just fumble around, or more importantly, most people just don't ask for the sale. Learn closing techniques, because it's always a process of leading a prospect to a close rather than just coming out of the blue and just asking for it. Understand that there are trial closing methods. Understand that there are ways to lead your prospect into a close on a sale. Number 16, make every minute count. Your time is most precious resource you have. It's all you really have to work with. So make every minute count in your presentation and in your communication. Number 17, and I love this one, apply the 80-20 rule to everything. Spend more and more of your time on the most important and valuable prospects and customers. Sometimes we spend a lot of time on individuals that are not qualified to buy our product because they're willing to engage us. And you have to realize that your time, back to that time point, is so critical as a sales rep. It's not about staying on the phone or being in front of people that are willing to talk to you. It's about being in front of the right people and leading them through the prospect and the process of the sale and not wasting your time. Number 18, keep your sales funnel full. This means you've got to have a certain amount of time for prospecting, for presenting, for follow-up, and for onboarding of your product. Understand those different phases so that you'll always have your sales funnel full and you'll always be productive. Number 19, set clear income and sales goals. One of the biggest challenges I've seen, and I've had thousands of salespeople that I've trained and have worked for me, is that they don't track their sales goals and activity. What you focus on grows. What you track will get results. So make sure that you set goals. Be intentional with what you're doing. How many calls do you want to make today? How many people do you want to talk to? How many new clients do you want for your business? You've got to be intentional with your process of selling. And then number 20, manage your territory well. Now, this is the idea that, you could spend less time traveling and more time face-to-face when you actually group your activities together and you time chunk, like a lot of productivity and time management individuals have said. So manage your territory and your time, I would say, well. And then finally, practice the 7 secrets of sales success. And I'm going to leave you with that little bit of a nugget because I want you to actually follow up and look at this book. This book, Be a Sales Superstar by Brain Tracy. It's a read you can do in just a couple of hours. There's tons of powerful messages, stories, examples. But I wanted to give you those 21 today for a couple of really important reasons. Number 1, I want you to prioritize your ability to sell and communicate. And number 2, I want you to learn that everything in life, almost everything in life, as far as I know of, can be a learned, trained skill if you put time and attention on it. And selling is no different. The more you understand and learn and grow with sales, the better you're going to be at it, the more results you're going to get. And I promise you, if you learn to sell, if you learn to communicate, you're going to be much more successful. And that will carry over into the rest of your life. You'll be more confident. You'll be more fulfilled. You'll feel more productive. So learn and apply the principles of sales. I hope that's something that'll help you today. That's my message. I'd love to hear what you maybe struggle with when it comes to sales or communication. Hit me up on the Daily Mastermind. Also, if you haven't downloaded the Daily Mastermind mobile app on iTunes or Android Marketplace, make sure you do that because we're adding a whole bunch of new content in there as well. And I look forward to talking with you soon. Once again, my name is George Wright III. This has been the Daily Mastermind. Have an amazing day.